it going, everybody? So today I'm here to talk about the latest film from Disney based around the Winnie the Pooh franchise, Christopher Robin. Just to clarify, this has absolutely nothing to do with the 2017 film Goodbye Christopher Robin. That was from Fox Searchlight, inspired by a true story based around the creator of Winnie the Pooh and, the real Christopher Robin. This is completely fictitious. This is a Disney film. Has nothing to do with that. I think no matter what age you are, whether it be you're younger or older, you're going to have some sort of connection to Winnie the Pooh since it's pretty much timeless. I mean, it's been around since the 1920s. So no matter what age you are, you've probably connected to Winnie the Pooh stories on some level or watched something to do with it. So I was actually really looking forward to this. Disney, Winnie the Pooh. It just seemed like it could be a wholesome, fun time based around the trailers that came out leading up to the release since I got a chance to see it last night. So I was looking forward to this, actually. So without further ado, let's just get right into my thoughts. The basic gist of the plot centers around a now adult Christopher Robin who's kind of grown up to be kind of a stick in the mud. He only focuses on his work, doesn't really care too much about his friends or family or really having any type of fun. But, of course, his childhood friend Winnie the Pooh comes to save the day and show Christopher Robin how much fun he used to have and help him rediscover that kind of joy in life that he's been missing for so long. I definitely feel like this film's biggest strength is how many heartwarming, smile-inducing scenes there are, especially if you've grown to love these characters from your childhood. I gotta say, the effects on Pooh, Tigger, Eeyore, Piglet, and all them, they're just phenomenal. I mean, that's not surprising, really, because it's Disney. I mean, in the past, Disney's literally de-aged people by decades in the MCU. They've literally brought people back to life, in Rogue One. So, it's not, too, amazing anymore that Disney has really amazing special effects, but the effects in this are, they're noteworthy. They're probably award-nominated, at least, but the way that they brought these stuffed animals to life, because they look like stuffed animals, but they're obviously talking, walking around, but they look like they actually are physically there. They have great texture, they look furry, they look like stuffed animals, but they're come to life. It's quite easily the best visual representation we've seen of these characters on film, and like I said, I would be very surprised if this wasn't at least nominated for some type of awards for its special effects, because they really are that groundbreaking in the fact that they look so real. They're not just represented well visually, though. They actually did a really great job with the voice cast. Jim Cummings, once again, comes back to voice Winnie the Pooh and Tigger. And there's a couple new additions, like Toby Jones is the owl, Peter Capaldi plays the rabbit, and, oh yeah, Brad Garrett, of course, is Eeyore. I think Eeyore probably is my favorite of the new casting choices. He just plays a really great Eeyore. I think he really gets most of the best funny moments other than the stuff with Winnie the Pooh. He's probably easily my second favorite of the bunch. I don't know why. He just cracks me up with his demeanor, and I think if you're a fan of Eeyore, you'll come out of this film very happy. I'm not sure how a lot of kids will react to this film, especially younger kids, because the ones at my screening got sort of restless when Pooh and all them weren't on screen, because there's a lot of serious subject matter packed into this along with the humor, and because of that, they kind of didn't really care too much about Christopher Robin and his human problems. They kind of just wanted to see more of Pooh on screen, but it's not just about Winnie the Pooh and them, it's also about dealing with Christopher Robin and his, trying to enjoy life and not care too much about the business and care about, having fun and, having imagination and family. That does lead over into my next point about the tone, just because it does flip-flop so much between serious and humor and then serious and humor. That can be a little bit jarring in the context of the film. It does kind of work, though. The messages don't really hit as hard as they should have, but I still think it worked in the context of the film. It just is a little jarring to some people, so expect some serious mixed in with some lighthearted fun and then go back to serious. I know in a film like this we're more focused on Winnie the Pooh and his friends and Christopher Robin and all that, but pretty much every other character other than Ewan McGregor and maybe a little bit of Haley Atwell, they're pretty much dull and have no character development whatsoever. Ewan McGregor does a great job believably switching between this serious businessman type to being this fun, quirky guy with imagination. And Haley Atwell, she does a fine job with what she's given. She doesn't really get a lot of time in this film. I didn't really buy a lot of the chemistry between her and Ewan McGregor because most of the time they're on screen together, they don't really seem like they get along or they have a very great marriage. But that's just me. Every other character in this film, though, they don't really get too much. They're either like an overly ridiculous caricature of being an evil person like Ewan McGregor's boss in the film played by Mark Gatiss, or his neighbor. I forget the name, if he even had a name, but his neighbor consistently bugs Ewan McGregor about playing gin and rummy, and that's literally his only character trait. He doesn't get any other character traits at all. He's this next door neighbor that just keeps bugging Ewan McGregor throughout the film to play gin rummy. And they never do, by the way, but it's just the fact that, why was that even in the film? And he kind of just disappears throughout probably a good chunk of the film afterwards. It's just, felt like a huge difference between the human characters and Pooh and the gang, because the Pooh and the gang, they have all this charm, humor, wit, and then they have these human characters other than Ewan McGregor and kind of Haley Atwell. Everyone else is just very bland. Overall, though, I'd say Disney did a pretty good job with Christopher Robin. It's got a lot of charm, it's got a lot of heart. You're probably going to leave with a smile on your face, maybe even a little bit of tears, because there are some emotional moments in this that I feel probably will hit a couple people. Didn't hit me, maybe I just, have like a black soul or something, but I think you'll enjoy this film. I definitely recommend Christopher Robin. Definitely check this out when you get a chance, especially if you're a Winnie the Pooh fan. But those are just my thoughts on Christopher Robin. Leave a comment in the comments section down below what you thought of Christopher Robin when you see it, or leave a comment if you plan on seeing it or not plan on seeing it. Also, feel free to leave a like, hit that subscribe button, keep up to date with all my movie reviews, trailer reactions, unboxings, and more. But until the next time, I'll see you guys later.